Somewhere between waking up and walking to the kitchen, your brain might already be signaling distress, and you wouldn't even realize it. It's something that silently affects 8 out of 10 older adults, and most never see it coming. Tonight, I'm going to show you exactly how to protect your brain, starting tomorrow morning. I'm Dr. Ashley, neurologist and stroke prevention expert, and what you're about to discover might truly surprise you, because the morning routines many people follow, brushing teeth, drinking coffee, taking meds, could quietly be increasing the risk of a stroke. Right while you're pouring your coffee or getting dressed, your blood pressure could be surging, your arteries tightening, and your brain working harder to get the oxygen it desperately needs. Over the years, I've helped hundreds of older patients turn their risky mornings into powerful windows of brain protection. And if you're over 60 and want to hold on to your memory, independence, and quality of life, this might be the most important video you watch this year. So tap that subscribe button for inspired living, because today, I'm going to walk you through 7 morning habits that may be silently raising your stroke risk. And then, I'll show you the exact stroke-safe morning routine I now recommend to every one of my patients, one that can reduce your risk by up to 50%. But first, let me share something that happened just a few weeks ago, something that changed the way I think about morning routines forever. It was 8:30 on a Tuesday morning when Evelyn came into my ER. She's 67, a retired school teacher, does yoga regularly, takes all her medications as prescribed. On paper, she looked like the picture of good health. But that morning, she had collapsed while preparing breakfast. Her husband found her on the kitchen floor, confused and barely able to speak. Her right arm weak and unresponsive. By the time paramedics arrived, most of the symptoms had faded, but I recognized it immediately. She'd had a TIA, a transient ischemic attack, often called a mini stroke. What shocked me the most was when I asked her to describe her exact morning routine. Every step she mentioned matched habits I've seen in stroke cases again and again, the same things millions of seniors do every single day without thinking twice. We changed just those 7 habits, and she hasn't had a single neurological episode since. But before I reveal what they were, I want you to understand why your brain is most vulnerable within the first hour of waking. You see, strokes don't usually happen in the middle of the afternoon without warning. According to the American Heart Association's latest research from 2023, strokes are far more likely to strike between 6 a.m. and 10 a.m., especially in the first 2 hours after you open your eyes. Why? Because overnight, your blood pressure naturally drops, your heart slows, and your blood thickens slightly. Then, the moment you wake up, your body has to quickly shift gears, boosting circulation, raising blood pressure, and delivering oxygen to your no-conscious brain. But for older adults, especially those with stiff arteries or pre-existing conditions, this sharp transition can overwhelm your brain's blood supply. And that's exactly where these 7 seemingly harmless morning habits become dangerous, because they directly impact how blood moves through your body during this fragile window. Let's begin with the very first mistake, one that might be happening in your bedroom right now. Habit number 1. Jumping out of bed the moment you wake up. Evelyn prided herself on being efficient. No snooze button, no wasting time. As soon as her eyes opened, she was up and moving. But here's what she didn't know. Going from lying down to standing after a full night's sleep can cause your blood pressure to plummet, sometimes by 20 points or more. It's called orthostatic hypotension, and in that brief moment, your brain may not get enough oxygen. That's when you feel lightheaded, see spots, or feel your knees wobble. It's not just discomfort, it's a red flag from your brain. The solution, the 90-second rule. When you wake up, spend 10 seconds taking deep breaths, 20 seconds moving your ankles and hands, 20 seconds sitting up slowly, 40 seconds with feet on the ground before standing. This gentle progression allows your circulation to catch up before gravity pulls everything downward. Evelyn said this one small change completely stopped the dizzy spells she thought were just old age. If you've ever felt that rush or wobble getting out of bed, drop the word dizzy in the comments. You're not alone. Habit number 2. Reaching for coffee before you drink water. Evelyn's first stop in the morning was the coffee pot. But what she didn't realize was that after 7 to 8 hours of sleep, the body is already mildly dehydrated. Your blood is thicker, your heart is working harder, and your vessels are already constricted. Then caffeine comes in, which narrows those blood vessels even more. One of my patients, Peter, 71 years old, came in complaining of a racing heart every morning. Turns out, his blood was so thick in the morning that his heart was under serious strain just trying to circulate it. The fix? Simple. Drink 8 ounces 240 milliliters of room temperature water before caffeine. Bonus, add a splash of lemon or pinch of sea salt to improve absorption. David's symptoms disappeared in a week. Habit number 3. Hidden sodium in your healthy breakfast. Evelyn thought she was doing great. Oatmeal, whole grain toast, sometimes turkey slices or muffins, but many processed healthy breakfast foods contain 300 to 600 milligrams of sodium per serving, way more than your brain needs first thing in the morning. Foods like instant oats, protein bread, bran muffins, and deli meats sneak in salt that stiffens arteries before your day even begins. Another patient, Helena, 73, had morning blood pressure readings of 140/90. Once we swapped her flavored oatmeal for plain oats with fresh berries, her pressure dropped 20 points. Aimed for less than 300 milligrams sodium before 9 a.m. Try a 2-to-1 ratio, 2 parts fruits, veggies, 1 part protein or carbs. Habit number 4. Drinking coffee on an empty stomach. Evelyn would down 2 big mugs before eating anything, thinking it helped her feel awake, but caffeine on an empty stomach can cause a 30 to 60% spike in adrenaline. That's like throwing fuel on your blood vessels. Your pulse rises, arteries tighten, and it can mimic anxiety or even a heart attack. Charles, 69, rushed to the ER multiple times thinking he was having cardiac episodes. It was just coffee and acid reflux and adrenaline overload. You don't need to give up coffee. Just eat first. Have half a banana, a handful of nuts, or 1 boiled egg before caffeine. And limit yourself to 1 mug, around 150 milligrams of caffeine. Wait 30 minutes before refilling. Habit number 5. Ignoring brief, slurred speech or numb fingers. Evelyn confessed she'd had brief moments where her speech slurred or fingers felt off but brushed it off as morning fog. But these aren't minor quirks. They're TIAs, warning signs that a stroke may be coming within 24 hours, even if symptoms vanish in minutes. They matter. Remember the FAST test. Face drooping, weakness, speech, difficulty, time to call, emergency services. Write down when it happened, how long it lasted, and tell your doctor. Evelyn's symptoms were her brain screaming for help. Catching it in time saved her life. Habit number 6. Taking all your pills together, sometimes with coffee. She had a routine: blood pressure meds, thyroid meds, aspirin, all downed at once with coffee. But some combinations, especially with caffeine, can cause dangerous spikes or drops in blood pressure. For example, caffeine and beta blockers together can lead to unexpectedly low blood pressure. Ruth, 75, saw her pressure fall below 160ths after her morning meds. No wonder she felt faint. Solution: use a pill organizer with reminders. Check medication labels. Carefully space out meds with known interactions by 30 minutes. Never take pills with coffee unless directed. Your medications are only effective if taken the right way. Habit number 7. Staying in bed, scrolling on your phone. Even with a full bladder, Evelyn liked to check news and emails before getting up. Even when she needed the restroom. Holding it in puts strain on your system. Frank, 68, reported pounding heartbeats when he finally got up to urinate, a classic sign of delayed circulation adjustment. Solution: get to the bathroom within 5 minutes of waking. If you're waking up more than twice a night, reduce fluids before bed and talk to your doctor about possible prostate or kidney issues. Let's do a quick self-check. Count how many of these apply to you. Head rush or blurred vision, wincing heart, racing after your first coffee, BP above 140/90ths within 30 minutes of breakfast, speech glitches or numb fingers under 10 minutes, sudden pounding heartbeat when getting out of bed. Comment your number below. If it's 2 or more, your morning routine could be putting your brain at risk. But the good news is, you can fix it starting tomorrow. Here's the stroke-safe morning routine Margaret now follows, and so should you. Step 1. Prep at night. Set out water, meds, and a low-sodium breakfast so you don't have to make decisions when you're foggy. Step 2. Follow the 90-second wake-up rule. Deep breaths. Flex your hands, feet. Sit up slowly. Pause. Then stand. Step 3. Hydrate. Eat. Then caffeinate. In that order. Step 4. Track your BP and symptoms for 7 days. Step 5. Share this with someone close to you so they can recognize warning signs. 2. Stroke prevention isn't about perfection, it's about awareness, and it starts with how you spend your first hour after waking. Protect your mornings and protect your brain. If this helped you, hit like, subscribe to Inspired Living, and tag a friend who needs to see this. Choose one habit to change tomorrow. Comment its number below and commit. Because stroke prevention after 60 is all about your next choice.